We're gonna have an enlightened conversation.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Follow this wave. I don't wanna play the games you play. I don't want you to leave. I just wanna make you stay. Because I love the way your body day. Okay, follow this wave. I don't wanna play the games you play. I don't want you to leave. I just wanna make you stay. Because I love the way your body moves.
Name of the conversation.
The name of it?
Yeah.
We're live.
Okay.
No bloopers. LagosTraffic. Welcome back from your Thanksgiving break. I want to know what I ate. Go ahead and put it in the comments. Right?
Moi.
Shout out to the people that went 10, 15 years of eating turkey on Thanksgiving and they switched up to vegan or vegetarian and they have to go back to their parents' house where everybody else eating turkey and ham. And they on the side eating a salad.
Potato salad.
Why do vegans and vegetarians never look happy? But they swear they're saving the world. Right? That's what they claim. They claim they're saving the world, but they never look happy.
To be honest though, I think either way you want to look at it, being vegan or not, you still bring harm to the world. If you actually really think about it, you really are. Because the pesticides that they use or the chemicals that they use to create these vegan type stuff, they're still killing certain animals,
especially, and they're killing the soil. And
so technically,
let's not get all scientifical or all science with y'all. We want to talk about what y'all ate for Thanksgiving. If you're a vegetarian or a vegan, don't comment.
I had a plethora of food.
It's only so much lettuce you can put in the comments. I had lettuce and tomatoes. I had lettuce and apples. I just smelt the ham and went back to the lettuce.
Right.
That's what happens when you're done with Thanksgiving and you want to go on a diet. I think that after holiday, I think America really wants to get Americans to be super obese because they hit you with the back-to-back holidays. And those back-to-back holidays for eating.
Which back-to-back holiday?
Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Come on, bro. Well, I mean, it's not really back-to-back. It's like a month.
It is a month. But that's what you call a back-to-back. When the Warriors won the championship, wasn't it a back-to-back championship? Even though it's 2 years apart. Do I have to break it up for you, bro? I think he still got some Thanksgiving turkey in his. But yeah, the back-to-back, especially Thanksgiving, you can go anywhere in America and you'll find food.
It's like that though.
Yes.
I mean, it's mainly here.
Africa, Asia, even the Europeans.
Europeans aren't.
Latins,
Europeans don't eat like. Europeans definitely don't eat like. I went to their McDonald's over there. Mm-hmm. They had health food in the McDonald's.
And over here, what we call healthy, slices of apples and a Big Mac. That's gonna clog your heart, and the apple's gonna make you.
No. Wait, no. When you trying to watch what you eat, so you go to McDonald's and get a Filet-O-Fish sandwich.
They put that tartar sauce on it. It's healthy.
Give me extra tartar sauce.
Would you like our healthy menu? The Europeans this is still not healthy. This is still not healthy. And the people that actually eat a lot, but they still manage to live long. I won't really talk about their weight because I've seen a lot of heavy Italians. Mm-hmm. They eat a lot of pasta, spaghettis, pizza.
But it's the way that they make it also.
Eggs, yep. That's what I was going to hit on. Because they also have a lot of their own gardens in their house, right? Like they make their own, they have tomatoes growing, their own basil. They have own stuff growing, on their property. So,
That's true.
Completely different, yeah. Yeah, we're and our food is not healthy. A lot of the food that we eat here is banned in different countries.
Well, I mean,
person control.
Well, I mean, more. Not only that though. I mean, it's also for a perfect example. Corn syrup is not. It's not healthy for you. Corn. Yeah, cornstarch. Sorry,
cornstarch.
Not healthy for you, which is in everything that we eat. It's not healthy for you.
Yeah.
Or Sprite in another country.
Yes. Just look at the sugar. Look at the sugar that we drink. And then look at the grams of sugar in a can of Sprite here, and then look at the grams of sugar in a Sprite in England.
Well, you could taste the difference.
And and the other difference, even the candy. You remember the candy that your mom used to bring back when you used to travel when she come back? It's different from how it tastes. The Snickers here.
Yeah.
The candy here.
I do prefer this candy here though. If I was to eat candy,
No, I prefer the candy there because
Nah, I
the
prefer-
sugar don't give me all that. I don't jump all over.
yeah, I'm just talking about taste wise.
That's the sugar.
I know.
No, so you,
No, it's just I don't know. It's if I want something sweet, I really want it to be sweet.
but it's
I
not
want it.
good
I know
for
it's
you.
not good, but that's why
That's
I stay
the
away
whole
from it
point.
now. I stay away from sugary stuff.
You know, the last time I was in England, one of the biggest things I noticed was that our Range Rovers here are so much bigger than their Range Rovers, even though Range Rovers come from the. I promise you, their cars are smaller than our cars because we're bigger here.
No way, that's not the
Not only that, it
reason.
is.
Can't be the reason.
Look at
The roads are smaller.
The roads,
The roads are
everything.
smaller.
They cater. Have you ever seen a participant from that My 600-Pound Life being from the European Union, from China, from Africa?
I like that.
They'd be right here. Somebody be bringing out a burrito from their armpit. Yeah, of course, because that man don't put a life insurance on her, or she don't put a life insurance on him.
You said a Range Rover in what country?
In England, look at the They always drive the Range Rover Sports. They don't drive these big Range Rovers. I promise you, I was
I
there.
don't even think they like big cars like that either.
These F-150s that we drive here,
Yeah, no,
you will never see them over there. No, I've seen an F-250. And this dude get out with a cowboy hat, his stomach's touching the steering wheel. With howdy, partner. I'm like, no, bro.
I don't know how it is now, but when I was in college, I always used to see like girls that were like 5'2" stepping out of like a Hummer.
Yeah, they still do it. I had this question last week. I said, why do little girls like driving big cars? Yeah, it just make them look like, yeah, I'm on y'all level now. But when you get out the car, you right here. I'm here.
No, you here. But then when you get you back here.
Exactly. You have to look up and be like, hey, can you park car for me? I can't see over there. But they're making the crossovers, which is a smaller kind of version of SUVs that a lot of girls are jumping into. But yeah, I was in England, and you see when you go to Amsterdam, a lot of people ride bikes.
Yeah. No. Bikes is a big thing.
In Paris, a lot of people ride their bikes too. But in America, even though we have so much space in America, so much land, so much place where you can walk around. This is the number one country where you will see a restaurant, a fast food joint, like inside is empty as hell, but the drive-through is so long.
Yeah.
Because nobody want to get out the car.
Nobody want to get. I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of them people. I'm one of them people. I'll be like, I think I should go inside, especially when it comes to Chick-fil-A.
Well, you know,
No, actually, Chick-fil-A, I will walk inside. Chick-fil-A
in the car?
you are there for 3 days.
It's like you was in a coma.
They would have closed. They would have
moves
closed.
fast.
Open back up.
Yeah.
You still in line?
I think the line does go by fast, but because the first vision of that line, yes, it scares you. And when you get in that line, you think that you're gonna be there for like 3-4 days.
Bro, sometimes might be.
You're doing your tax in there.
Bro, you over there.
You talking to clients from your car. You're like, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. We'll sign the paperwork tomorrow.
Bruh, it's true though, man. I love Chick-fil-A, but I hate go. And you know what? The best time to go to Chick-fil-A is either in the evening or early in the morning. Never go around that 12, 1, 2. Bro.
If you go anywhere from 12 to 2, you know what you're dealing with? The parents that are picking up their kids from school, and you know what their kids are going to want to eat. Because you can literally go to Chick-fil-A, get lunch, get dinner, and get that after dinner, because you know some people like to eat their dinner around 9 o'clock. And by like 10, 11, you want something to snack on right quick. And then a little mac and cheese they got. They got the nuggets. They got a salad. They got fruit. They got burritos. They got sandwiches. When you go to McDonald's, when you just walk in, the first thing that goes to your mind is, oh, this just feels unhealthy.
Yeah, no, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Like the last time I went to McDonald's, I think it was like a couple of weeks ago, and I was in that line. And the reason I got McDonald's was only because I was working, and then I just needed something. So, and that
sometimes you just crave the fries.
They fries.
I crave McDonald's fries sometimes.
Just make sure it's always hot.
And depend on the location, they will refry some stale fries to make it hot.
Don't refry my fries. Put me some new fries. Don't refry me no stale fries. What the hell? What kind of rubbish is that?
I have one very important question. Can anybody tell me how in the heck Arby's is still in business?
People like Arby's. People like the fresh meat.
Have you ever driven past an Arby's and seen a line? I've never even seen people in an Arby's.
But I ain't going for
But they stay with those We got the meats.
But Arby's is good though.
Arby's is good, bro. But how are they?
You don't like
still-
Arby's? I'm not going to
I
eat
love
it
it.
every day.
I love their mozzarella sticks and their roast beef sandwich.
Bro.
Yeah, their mozzarella stick. No, I think their mozzarella sticks beat some of the mozzarellas I get at actual restaurants. I don't know if they pack a whole bunch of cheese in there, but mozzarella sticks from Arby's be hitting.
And to be honest, I'm not even supposed to be eating dairy like that.
I don't think a lot of black people are supposed to be eating dairy like that.
Yeah, I'm not even supposed to eat.
I think growing up, as a kid,
Oh yeah, Arby's curly fries. Yes,
they
Kevin
be
Kev.
hitting.
Yes.
And they have. I just saw a commercial. They have like this strawberry shake. I'm a sucker for like junk food. If it's cupcake, cakes, milkshake, ice cream, I will go right to that lane before I go to like food. You see steak, you see wings, you see pizza, you see pasta. I'm going straight to the junk food.
That's one of the reasons
That's
why.
my problem.
That's one of the reasons why I mess with Chick-fil-A. Because that Oreo milkshake.
No. They had a limited milkshake that it was a crumble something. They still got that, bro. Go try it. I promise you, bro. Look at me. I promise you, you might slap my auntie. You know how they say it's so good, make you want to slap your mama? Just call her, be on your way. So she's warned. No, but it's a crumble something. And another place, 2 places that are not legit gourmet places that sell milkshake. But if you want a quick milkshake, the other 2 places I would recommend is going to Cookout. They have so many flavors.
Cookout has never been. I don't know,
Steak and Shake. Ooh.
I mess with Steak and Shake.
When we used to be done with the club, and we used to go right back to that Cobb Parkway area, right next to the Brave Stadium. The Steak and Shake right there. The line used to like 17 weeks. Chick-fil-A be 3 days. Steak and Shake. Well, you see that line.
Steak and Shake is 24 hours.
You know what we used to do? We used to see that Steak and Shake. We just go to the Quick Trip. Right. And you know the dangerous thing about my brother is I would always get some stuff to last me so I could just wake up the next day and then eat some proper food.
Bro, I'm killing that shit.
Bro is buying like 5 hot dogs.
Bro, no, I think it was
5
4.
chips.
It was 4.
Okay.
It was 4
And
hot dogs, like a bag of chips.
The taquitos, those little things on the grill too.
Oh yeah, I used to get those. And then I used to get a slushy.
And I promise you, before we got to the crib, and I lived like 5 minutes away from that trip. Before we got to the crib, he was done. All the food was gone, and he's on the couch and he's passed out.
Bro.
And he'd be like, "Wake me up 8 o'clock in the morning. I gotta go to church." And he go back to sleep. Because your daddy had to have you at church early in the morning.
So church started around like 9 in the morning.
He'd be passed out and wake up randomly. Wake me up 8. And then go back to sleep.
Oh my goodness, bro.
You know the black community does not play with church on Sundays.
No. Not even black community. Africans.
Okay. Well, or Africans, black islanders, we're all in the same.
But I mean, like,
it's a different level for us.
It's a different level for Africans, bro.
But I will tell you right now that even all the black movies we've watched, African American movies we watch, they don't play when it comes to Sunday.
Nah.
They
don't play when it comes to Wednesday.
Let me tell you something.
Night vigil?
The white kid have killed somebody, sold somebody a key, ran from the police. His grandma called, "Where you at?" "I'm on my way to church, mama." "Grandma, I'm on my way." Because you don't play on that Sunday.
Nah.
No.
Shoot. Night vigil. I remember when I was going to school in Nigeria and we used to have night vigil. That's when you at church from like 8 o'clock at night, like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Let's pray.
I think every Nigerian is born with prayer in them.
Man.
I know they say you're born with God in you, but you know how they say you're born with, like, if you're a male, you have a certain amount of like genes in you to make you a male. Because of how much they pray in Nigeria. How you can wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and somebody's on a microphone praying. Or your mom just came home from like a 7-day prayer. She only came home because the house was still okay. And then she leaving like a couple of hours to go back to another 7 days. Another 7 days.
Like, so you're not gonna feed us before you leave? Nah, it was wild. It was wild. But I remember this time. I remember when I was in Nigeria, and this is why I bring this up, because I've seen a lot of things on the internet, especially like African churches. they're coming up on the internet.
Yeah.
And so there was one that I saw. We actually talked about it on Madison's show. There was one that I saw that there was this African pastor. I don't know which country he was from, but he said, if you don't have any fruits in your life, I will make sure that you'll be fruitful in your life. He started bringing out oranges, and he started throwing it at this man. This man just started convulsing and having seizures. I was like, for real, bro. Yeah, you are now plentiful. You are now fruitful. And he was just throwing, and he was literally like catching seizures and just falling on the ground. Like, I was like, nah, bro.
Can I tell you the one I saw? Like, this man said, I'm about to beat the demon out of you. And he picked this lady had to be like 68 years old, picked her up and gave her like a wrestling move into the chairs. After this
He body slammed her in the chair?
After this show, you know what?
You know what? Guess what? I know one worse than that. If you follow Madison, you know this one. The guy said, all the young girls making life.
That's her. 68 years old. You can see what he does. You see his reaction, so you know it's not bullshit. Exactly.
Okay. No, exactly. Kev know exactly what I'm talking about. There was this pastor, African pastor. He said, all the sweet girls that make life with pussy. May your pussy perish with you in hell. May your sweet, yes, he said, may your sweet, smooth pussy perish with you in hell.
Do you know what a rose is?
Yeah.
A pastor brought a rose to church.
Oh, for real?
And I don't know why you would have to bring a sex toy to church to talk about it. My first question was, who purchased it? And who's using it after he's done preaching? Did his wives? I will say this. The pastors, the preachers, ministers, the whatever you want to call them, that are out there making a mockery of what people are actually taking very serious. They go to church, they pray to their God, they're faithful, and you see stuff like what you just said and what I just said, all in the name of having them as a person be more glorified instead of working through Jesus Christ. What I'm trying to say is that if you line 5 fake pastors up, they're all trying to outdo each other. They're not trying to see how they can use their gift that God has given them to better their people. Then you have the other pastors that are only relying on the financial income that's coming into their church that can stunt. Pastors that are driving private planes blow my mind.
Well, I mean,
because a church will never be a business. So you never need a plane for a business.
Technically, the church is a business.
They've turned it into a business.
It's you get taxes off. You get taxes off of it. You what do you call it? It's like going to a concert basically, because it's
Kev. Pastors have changed now. They eat booty.
I've seen a pastor. I've seen a pastor get caught up. I think he was paying for sex, and then the person was like, "You gonna pay me my money?" And the pastor was like, "Get that camera." He had his jacket over his head,
and it was a pastor.
Yeah, he was like, "Get that camera out my face." He said, "Look, I ain't got the money right now. I'm gonna give it to you next week." I was like, "What?"
Kev just made me look at that camera. I mean, look at the comments like 3 times.
Bro,
I know there was a monk. If you know what a monk is, they're usually, in the Asian, a monk. Mm-hmm. They never talk. They busted what he was doing. Like, he was a full crackhead, doing meth and everything.
Oh, for real?
Yes. When you have people that are supposed to be messengers or preachers, they're doing the complete opposite.
Yeah.
And then they get exposed the way that, most of these fake people have. You don't have any remorse for them, right? Because some people have placed their every belief in the fact that you are a messenger from God. But yeah, if you're out there, you're a pastor and you eating anything, and you're talking about get the camera out of my face.
Well, whatever you do,
the way you described this makes it sound like it was. Remember that show Cheaters?
Oh yeah.
My
dad loves that show.
I love that show too, bro.
My dad sometimes I'll just go to the house and I just see him and he's watching Cheaters, and I'm just like,
Uncle will be like, yo, come on, see them? You see them? You see?
And back before Cheetahs, it was Ricky Lake. Steve Wilkos.
Sally, Jesse, Raphael was one of them.
What's his name? Jerry Springer.
Povich show.
The Murray Povich show. Who else? Maury.
All the talk shows.
Yeah,
all of them. But they were entertaining.
They were.
You know, like you'd have somebody come out and they say, "You're the daddy," right? And then the guy sound like, "Nah, I ain't the daddy. Look at his ears." And you know they always get up and go to the camera. They be like, "Hey, Murray, look at that baby. How that baby got my ears right here?" And then you have Murray with the most dramatic thing ever. This how Murray be. Murray be like, and he always got to put on his glasses too. And that's when everybody start clapping. He'd be like, "When it comes to 3-month-old Jamiroquai, Lyle, you are not the father." And then you get up to the movie. And why does the girl always run all the way to the back and fall on the floor?
And the cameraman be working.
The cameraman be at the gym. Because the way he be running, and he never falls either.
To be honest with you, for him to be running that fast, and the camera is doing as little as much shaking as possible.
As I said, he'd be at the gym. He'd be at the gym.
You know,
he'd be running too.
Because it's not one of those regular cameras. Those are those big cameras with the that you.
Because he knows back in the day. And you know what always kills me? Murray will come to the girl, she on the floor, she crying, and he always pats her back like, "You want us to test somebody else? Do you want?" And you know what he really trying to say? You like, "You whore, you want us?" Because there was a girl on the Murray Povich show that had been there a record 17 times.
Damn,
she still didn't know who the daddy was.
True.
That's when I saw this, because we grew up on that show, and just like wrestling, you almost thought it was real until you reach a certain age. It's like, okay, this is fake. If you tell me a girl is going on a paternity test 17 times, I don't even think I don't see how that's possible.
You should just give up.
You bring 17 men to test, and all of them are not the dad.
That means you got some work in.
Yes. So you and I had this conversation. We were going back and forth, and we said, let's go ahead and run it, just so that we can get people's opinion on,
Well, and I was going to actually say, the topic, what I really want to talk about was the portrayal of Black people in the media, or the difference in how people cover Black situations to cover it versus other races.
Yes, sir. Yes,
because I've actually seen a difference when it comes to how things are portrayed or how things are talked about.
Mantra. Jerry Springer, he passed away, unfortunately. So his show has passed on to Steve Wilkos. Remember his bodyguard?
No, he was doing the show since, though, before he even passed away.
That's what I'm saying. But she's saying, Mantra's asking, she wonders what the are up to right now.
Oh.
Yeah. So Jerry Springer unfortunately passed away. Steve, his bodyguard. I remember that bald-headed white guy, his bodyguard. He has his own show now, right? Oh, and then you have Dr. Phil show. That's another show that a lot of people watch.
Oh, yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Maury had his last show, and I mean, that man is like 200 years old. I don't know how he didn't have like a show while he was reading somebody. Maury.
Oh,
he's old.
That dude.
Yeah. And then Sally, most of these people are just, that's what happens in life. You get old, and then you do the wise thing. Because I think in Hollywood, once you get old and you kind of show your face back on camera, a lot of people will come for you and say, "Oh man, you look old," or "You did." That's what happens in life. You get old and you age. Morgan Freeman just went through that. The viral
what do you
video.
Mean he just went through that? He been going through.
No. Okay, yeah. He was born 80 years old. But there's a video of Morgan Freeman in New York leaving his apartment or his house into his vehicle, and when he was making his way from the house to the vehicle, he looked very frail. He looked, when you see him in movies, we don't know how he's actually doing because he's acting. Mm-hmm. Just like Bruce Willis, who has very terrible dementia now. He doesn't even know his ex-wife, Demi Moore, like he can't even read his lines anymore. That's why he's not acting right now. So when you start to see these people get old and they show their face, like all Morgan Freeman did was leave his apartment and get in a car, and somebody took a video of him, and now the whole world is concerned. He's 80 something years old. They showed Vince McMahon, the wrestler, the owner that he was with. He had a cane and he looked like he was. But Vince also, I think he's 70 something, 80 something years old. People get old, and when they get old, they get frail. They don't look the same. So a lot of people that are able to. Well, people step away. Like, I bet you right now.
I don't think anybody should be concerned when it comes to Morgan Freeman. That man gonna be 182 years old and still look the same way.
Okay, I'll give you a perfect example, bro. Denzel Washington is showing his age.
Yeah,
he's getting old. He's no longer that Denzel that he's now like old.
When I see him, when
his teeth when he's talking. What you doing? How you doing?
When I see him in what's that action movie? Equalizer.
How you
I be
doing,
like, nigga, you know you too old to be doing all this.
This action.
I'm like, bro, come on now. We all know you in your early 60s. Come on, Denzel. We know you ain't doing that no more.
I saw Denzel the Laker game, and I said, "Oh yeah, Uncle's old." He was talking to I think a couple of young cats, and he was just looking at him like, "What's that nigga name?" But you know the funny thing is, an actor that is actually also old but is not really showing right now, and I don't really know his age. Samuel Jackson is still showing that youthful. He still looks the same. He's not aging like these people. Maybe because he came to Hollywood. Was he bald when he came into Hollywood?
No, he used to have hair.
Okay.
He used to have hair
because he's another person.
He's one person that you see. I agree with people like that. When you see something, when you see that your hair is going, let it go.
Yes.
Let it go.
LeBron?
Yeah. Just let it go. You don't have to force it. If my hair ever start fall, if I ever start balding, bro, these dreads are going.
But
if my hairline start going back, bro, they're going. They're leaving.
Okay. And I'm going to flip that by saying people also have preferences. Hold on. Stay with me right now. If you have the money LeBron has, I would have had that taken care of like Wayne Rooney. If you don't know who Wayne Rooney is, he's a soccer player for England. He was a man that was going terribly bald, and he went and got his hair. It was bad. It was bad. He had a 5 head, not a 4 head, a 5.5 head. So he went to I don't know where he went, but he got his hair restored, and there's nothing wrong with that. LeBron has that money, right? But for some reason, he just wants to hang on to what he has right now.
And I don't know.
But you have Mayweather did it. Who's primetime? Deion Sanders. He did it. T-Mac did it. T-Mac went to Turkey and did it.
See, Kobe went bald.
Yes.
Jordan went bald.
Yes. I think Jordan was bald. I think right.
No,
second year.
Because when he came in, he had hair. He had that Caesar.
He made it iconic. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and dive into the problems that you and I have both discussed when it comes to the way the media portrays the Black community versus the white community.
And it's mainly I'm not even going to front with you. And majority of the time, it's really our own people that be doing it too. So recently, for those that of course know about basketball, there's this guard that plays for Oklahoma City. His name is Josh Giddey.
Yes.
He was allegedly, according to the news, he was messing with underaged,
a 16-year-old.
Yeah, underage girl.
A 16-year-old.
Yeah. And so what really caught my attention was the fact that nobody really was talking about it.
That's true.
Nobody was really talking about it. And as I was going through social media, I started realizing that people were actually calling out a lot of sports analysts saying that, hey, why aren't you guys covering this topic? And I was in a way, I was really kind of agreeing with them because I was like, yeah, why aren't y'all covering this topic? Like, I'm not even saying that you should condemn the person. I'm not saying that you should, call the person all kinds of names, but at least discuss the topic. And I wasn't hearing anybody talk about it. And two people that really like caught my attention with it were there are two people. One's name is what's her name?
Malika Andrews.
Malika Andrews and Stephen A. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why those two really caught my attention is because I know that those two usually are always talking about, supporting women and always talking about, protecting women and all that type of stuff. But then you don't bring this up. So they're always bringing up other people's, cases that were still under investigation.
Yeah.
But when it came to this particular person, and mind you, for those who don't know, Josh Giddey is a white Australian man. I think he's like 21.
Yeah,
he's like 21 years old. So he's still like has Similac in his breath.
He's still a baby.
Yeah, he's still got Similac in his breath.
Yeah.
So
there you go. Perfect way to say it.
So I was just like, why is it when it has to do with like our counterparts, our people of other races, we want to take our time with discussing something, but when it has something with us, we automatically just, especially when it comes to our own people, we're already ready to condemn our own people instead of saying, giving your opinion, is one thing, but then to say like, well, hey, this person should go to jail. Well, hey, this person is this, and already judging them and giving them a full out sentence.
Yeah.
And then making it seem like, it's just all bad, like all black people are this certain way. And so it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. And so I wanted to know what you thought about that.
So I'm going to start off by saying this right now. I'm going to give you a scenario, and I want you to see if you can paint the picture. So you work for you're a journalist, right? And you work for a company, and your CEO is a white man, right? And then you see the Josh Giddey situation, and you've written this incredible report about it, but it has to get approval, right? And who approves it?
Oh yeah, your bosses do.
Okay. So then you get to your boss, you're like, I've written this article, and your boss says, we're not running that. And your name is Stephen A. Smith, or your name is Malik Andrews. What do you actually do? Do you do you defy your boss and then you go write the article and get fired? Or do you just abide by what your boss says and play the narrative that most media companies do, and that's paint black people as negative as possible?
Well, I wouldn't. Then I couldn't work it.
Exactly. Well, Malika and Stephen Smith, who are two notorious quote unquote Uncle Sams, that's why they're there. You couldn't pay certain. If you notice, Shannon Sharp, his name.
Yeah,
Shannon Sharp. Yeah. Did he say anything?
No.
Did you see Kendrick Perkins say anything? Richard Jefferson?
None of the big talking heads are saying
none of them said anything. And at the very same time, these are black people that also work for ESPN,
right? Because
I do believe they know the deal. I hate to be the one to bring up, and dice a little bit of race into this, but let's be honest. If they really saw what was going on and they wanted to report about it based on how, situation is, I think they would. But I 100% agree with you in the fact that when the tables are turned and it's a black person that does something that's considered negative in the news. I remember when Kobe had his situation in Denver. I mean, it was brutal for him.
Yeah.
It was really, really bad, right? I remember when Mike Vick had his situation with the dogs. It was extremely, extremely painful. Not to say that what these people did was right, but the painful part was how they were crucified for something that they were not 100. Like Mike Vick wasn't even 100% involved in his situation. It was his brother, but because it was his property and it was dogs, allegedly, he had to do time. Kobe's situation has been, I'm not going to get into that because it's such a sensitive topic, but do your research and then you can come back and see where some things just didn't line up for the way he was being crucified versus what actually happened.
But the thing about that is, okay, and even with that,
Mhm.
so, and the reason why I had a problem with it was because, okay, we know when Kobe passed away,
Mhm.
and we know what was said about him when he passed away.
The question that they asked Leslie Jones, is that not Leslie Jones, Leslie? Is that what you're asking? You're talking about?
Well, I'm not sure what question they asked Lisa Leslie.
I think it was Oprah's best friend had asked her and said, he's gone. You think his legacy would be tainted by the situation that happened in Denver? And she respectfully, I love that interview. Please go watch how she responded to it. She said, with all due respect, this man was a 5-time champion. This man was a father. He was a husband. He was an all-time this, all-time that. Why are we bringing up that situation that he has worked so hard on to try to rectify? I mean, before he passed away, everybody was calling him a girl dad. He was the one that was about to be the reason why people started to watch the WNBA, because he was investing so much into it.
Yeah, because of his daughter.
People wanted to keep coming back and bringing up the whole situation about Denver. And everybody makes mistakes, right?
But not only that, the thing is that he wasn't convicted. He wasn't convicted.
He settled.
Yeah. So
Settlement to a lot of people's eyes guilt. That's not the case.
Yeah, but that's not the case a lot of times.
It's not Diddy and Cassie.
Yeah. So
allegedly.
So like my thing is that, okay, perfect example was like when he passed away. One of the sports analysts, Malika Andrews, brought that situation right back up. And so in my mind, I was like, why would the guy just passed away? Why would that be the first thing that you mention? Like,
and she still has a job,
right?
And
this
there's an interview that Giannis. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
No, go ahead.
There was a game 7, Milwaukee versus the Celtics, and the Celtics had beat the Bucks in game 7, and Giannis and Middleton were given the after game interview. And Giannis had answered like probably 2 other reporters, and Malika had asked him a question, and he got up and just walked away. Yeah, as soon as she was done answering the question, he just got up and walked away. People wondered what happened, so people went back and did the research.
The question.
She had written this very, very negative article about him when he first got drafted, and now that he's an MVP, she tried to change how she was going to talk about him. You see, if you work for like I said, a journalist, and you always wrote negative stuff about your people, and it made me feel good, and I'm the white person that owns you, I'm going to keep on approving you to keep writing this stuff. And you're going to get more money. See, some people you can really buy them, and some people you cannot buy them.
And that's the problem. And you see, this isn't even, I'm not even saying that she shouldn't even talk about, like, if a black person is doing something wrong, talk about it.
If a person, an athlete, a person that, if you are a reporter and you see anybody that's supposed to be reported on that's doing something negative, black, white, Asian, Latino, give everybody the same.
And that's the point I was trying to say, because that's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying don't report on black issues that come up,
and don't be light about it,
and don't be but my thing is to give everybody, because when you just constantly come at like black athletes or black musicians or black this, you're making it seem like it's only black people doing this stuff.
And that's why she's not getting married to a black man.
Oh, I think she's married. I think she's
as white as paper.
And you see, and that's
that's what floats her boat. That's what ESPN loves. You see why Shannon Sharp had to leave that show. He had that other white man, Undisputed, because he could not get his. This man is a legend. Shannon Sharp, you are just a reporter. And you're arguing. Did you remember that one very infamous clip where they were going back and forth about Tom Brady?
Yeah.
And how, what's the other guy's name? Not Shannon Sharp.
Skip Bayless.
Skip kept on saying he was going, and the dude's like, I'm a legend. I'm a Hall of Famer. I've won 3 or 4 rings. What are you talking about? I am people's favorite. And I remember he said him and Ocho Cinco. I don't know what they got on I don't know if it's a podcast, but they on YouTube a lot. And I didn't know that, Shannon Sharp was one of the only people to ever be rated 100 in an NFL game. Not in a video game like the Mad. My bad.
No. Shannon Sharp was a beast. Shannon Sharp
I never watched football. It was either soccer or it was basketball. But when I started to really know about this man, I'm like, this man is a beast. Yeah. So him sitting across this scrawny 5'2" Tom Brady loving man.
No, he Skip's tall. Skip's tall, dude. He's about 6 foot.
Skip is not 6 foot. Skip is about 5'7".
No. Skip's tall.
I'm about to Google this right quick.
Skip is tall. Skip is tall.
But back to what you were saying about the way that
the media covers, especially black media. I don't like the way black media covers black people because it just.
What is black media? Who is black media?
Like
or black reporters?
No, like black media. Period. Like with the sports, social media, the news. Oh, 5'10". Damn near close.
Yeah, you're closer than I said. I hate when I'm wrong with this dude. When he's close to being right, I told you. I just feel like he's saying bitch ass nigga. But no.
But yeah, it's because like look, it's not because I'm not even just gonna go on Stephen A. and Malika Andrews. I mean, look at the Shade Room. Look at what are all these other
Ball Alert?
Yeah, it's a whole bunch of negative stuff. You don't hear
Lipstick Alley. I think that's one of them.
But you don't hear people talking about like people that do good.
Yeah,
you hardly hear about that type of stuff. It's only you only hear about
but don't these people cater to their audience?
You're right.
So if this is what the audience wanted, what pays their bill,
you're right.
They're gonna keep doing it, right?
You're right.
So it's us.
You're right.
Not just the reporters, not just the Ball Alert, the Shade Room. It's us that love to read. When you go to certain girls' homes and they're watching these housewives and loving basketball.
No.
Love and Hip Hop.
Love and Hip Hop.
Basketball Wives.
Love and Basketball is.
I just did a remix.
That's a movie. Love and Basketball is a movie.
No, but they're Basketball Wives.
Yeah,
and there's Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah,
and Love and Basketball is that Sanaa Lathan.
Yeah.
Sanaa Lathan and
Sanaa Lathan and Omar.
I'll play
for your heart.
For your heart.
That nigga went off.
If y'all go back to those movies, what was your favorite one that was like you had Love Jones, right? You had Love and Basketball. You had Poetic Justice with Tupac and Janet Jackson. You had Don't Be a Menace. Not Don't Be a Menace on South Central while sipping juice in the hood. That's not that. Menace to Society. Did I just say Don't Be a Menace? Menace to Society, not Don't Be a Menace. The one that said Don't Be a Menace in South Central while sipping juice in the hood, that's the Wayans brothers.
Hey Jamie, how you doing?
That one.
No, or
Waiting to Exhale?
That one's still valid today.
Okay. For women, oh my God. Soul Food, the original Soul Food. The original when they had when you had the Sunday dinner at grandma's house. Yeah, it made a lot of women emotional. Best Man. The Wood. Y'all remember Wood? The Wood. Oh my, yeah. The Wood. I watch The Wood at least once a year because it just takes you back. Yeah, it's a really good one.
I remember. What was the name of that? Well, no, actually, I'm gonna say this one. Friday. Period.
The original Friday.
For original Friday. I'll give Friday. I'll give next Friday also. I'll give Friday. Both of those are funny. I ain't gonna front with you. Usually,
how many Fridays are out there? 3?
I think like no. They're more than 3. They're like 4. I think they're like 4. Because
there was Friday. There was the original.
It's Friday.
There was one with Mike Epps.
Next Friday.
Then it's Friday after the next.
There's Friday after next.
It's 3. Yeah, it's only 3.
Oh,
because the third one was when Ricky Smiley was the one that was a crackhead stealing people's Christmas presents.
That's the third.
That's the third one, right? Yeah, when they was doing security guards.
Oh, okay.
And then the one before that, Mike Epps' stepmom was a freak from Ice Cube in the last
Oh
one.
yeah. That's what's her name?
Miss.
I can't remember her name. Dang.
I mean, the woman.
Yeah,
I forget her.
is this Samora?
No. That's not her. You're thinking of. Oh, I think you're right.
It's Samora, ain't it? Was it Samora?
I think you're right. But let me. I want. How high? Yes, how high was good. How high was? Yep. I want to go ahead and address Miss Scorpio Valentine. She said it's about keeping up with the drama and the dirty laundry that seems celebrities put out there. People in the comment sections put their own opinions and just add to the drama that are presented. Well, I do agree with that.
Yeah.
I still think that it's a really, really negative way to bring down Black people in general.
Yeah, I don't know why we thrive so much on negativity though.
I want you to tell me the last time.
It's like we.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'm sorry, but I was just gonna say it's like we get off on seeing people like
their demise,
their
downfall. They never report that will.i.am, Pharrell, Shaquille, LeBron, Master P. They gave out a whole bunch of turkey for Thanksgiving. I didn't see any of that.
Nah.
And if they did, it was a very short whatever, and then they went back to the drama that knows it's going to attract people. But this is what I want to say about the media and how it really and how we feed to what's our downfall. You see, the media's job is to make Black people as negative, as violent, as dangerous as possible.
That's why when people see us, they clutch their pearls.
I truly believe that's why also a lot of police officers shoot us. It's because a lot of these white police officers, all they see and all they've heard is gangs, and they carry guns, and they're this and they're that. And you fail to realize that these police officers are also human beings. They're not robots. So when they see you, they don't have this whole notion of, oh, he's not violent. What they see is what the media has presented.
Trade is what they show us.
And I don't care if I'm walking down a road, my brother, and another race clutches their purse. I don't care. Clutch your purse all you want. I'm not even giving you my energy. I don't care about you, right?
Clutch your purse. You know what I'm about. Clutch them pearls.
I have just come to accept that we live in a society that people do that.
Yes, I mean,
when we go back home, nobody does that, right? They're either fearing you because you look like you're going to rob me, right?
Right, you have to come looking like that.
Exactly. But if I'm walking down, if you and I are dressed like this, and we're walking down Lagos, we're at Lagos Island or your mom's house, and we're trying to go buy some suya, and we see they're not clutching their purse. They're greeting you. Hey, how are you? And or how are you doing? They keep it moving.
I did used to hold myself though.
You had to pee?
No. Because do you remember?
Yes, I know what you're about to say. That they touch you, they're gonna take your penis. It is true. You've never been to Nigeria. They actually do that,
bro.
They sacrifice.
I used to walk around. When I heard that, when I first got to Nigeria, and they used to tell me that, I used to walk around.
Yeah.
And if somebody bumped me, I'll be
touching.
Yeah, I'll be touching myself, make sure it's there and everything.
And they say don't spit on the floor. Because if the person's stealing your spit, then he takes your voice and he starts to try to extract your soul. And like some of this stuff is you're going too far.
How about the one where they say don't walk over me?
Yeah.
Because if you walk over me, my child is going to end up looking like you. You walk over somebody like, walk back. Walk back. Walk back over me. Nope. I don't want my
depend on how you look. They're like, walk back 5 times. I don't want no chances.
Oh, yeah. Go in a circle. Just walk over me and go in a circle. Yeah.
Yeah. I truly believe another thing I think we do that we need to. I don't think Africans and islanders do this as much as African Americans. And I want my African Americans. I am African American. I just so happen to be African. Is that if I think racist people, because I don't want to keep saying white people, racist people know that if they use that N word, it's going to trigger you, right? And once it triggers you, the downfall is usually going to be you getting in trouble, because when they call the police, they're going to say that you are the aggressor. They're going to look at the other person as being the fragile, the victim. There we go.
Yeah.
And I've seen it. There was this white kid was picking on this black kid, and then they got into a fight, bro. As soon as the officers got there, they immediately took the black kid and threw him on the floor and wanted to arrest him. And all the people was like, "Yo, he's the victim. But it was already too late. But why do you think that police officer had attacked that person that much? Why do you think? Do you remember a story of a woman? This was in Dallas, Texas. It was a police officer. She had just come home from work and she walked into the wrong apartment. She walked into this apartment. This black man was eating ice cream and she brought out her gun and she shot and killed him because she believed that he was in her apartment. I want to ask you a question. If you, as a black man, walked into your apartment right now and you saw a white man sitting on a couch eating ice cream and you had a gun, would you shoot and kill him?
Pew, 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 pew.
You would?
Yeah.
He said the pew, 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 pew. Okay. My cousin just happens to be the 1% of the population that would not shoot. Every other person that asked that question said they would close the door back and call 911. Oh, what are you doing in my... Black people are not violent like that.
We're not.
But
I don't know.
Shoot.
Yeah, because
he's
I don't
in
know.
His white beaters and boxers and he's sitting out eating ice cream.
He can have a gun in his boxes. You don't know that.
White, you're right. White people. He has a silencer somewhere. Oh, now you did. Before you can say what the
right.
Now you
so
did.
then what? I can't even walk out the door to make a call.
They go right back to the ice cream.
Right.
And he says, nigger. Do me a favor, people. Anytime you walk around and you hear people talking negative about black people, if you can't dumb down the conversation, walk away from the conversation. Don't entertain the conversation. There are bad people all over this world. It doesn't matter what race you are. You're a bad person depending on who you are, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the media, if you have a person that has that is on the front page of doing something so bad, and then you're in there constantly going in on this person, how are you much better than that person? What they did was wrong. Let it go. Don't feed into the racist people or the white people going into these ball alerts or shade room, right? And they're seeing our engagement. They're seeing what we're looking at. There are reasons why when you watch, especially when I see people watch these VH1 shows, the Housewives and the basketball wives and the hip hop, the Love and Hip Hop, and I say that they're only this successful because there's a lot of fighting, a lot of drama. It's not about uplifting. It's always drama sells, yes, but what sells is what we're ultimately what sells is what we're forced to watch. You think they're doing any of these kind of? Cause in China, a lot of their stuff is
it's censored.
It's
like
censored.
Everything. A lot of actually, I think everything in it is censored. Like
kids have a particular time they can do stuff
that they can be on their video games, that they can be on social media, and not only that, their YouTube, their Snapchat, all their other stuff. All their social media.
Yeah.
They the stuff that we have access to on our social media, they don't have access to. They're limited.
Yes, even though they create all of this stuff. Right. They're the ones that our brains are better used for something else, right?
Right.
And collectively, I think I read this recently. They said black people, their number one fear is that black people, don't matter if you're African or you're from the island, if you're black, the greatest fear is that we will never unite as one.
Well, I mean,
because if we do, and when we do, we will be, the Avengers and the Fast and the Furious, because, they become Avengers too. And the DC cast and Superman, Spider-Man, all of them together, we would beat all of them. And that's how powerful we are.
I mean, to be honest, I don't think black people really know how powerful they are, because if black people just decide, if black people in all of the United States decide to just be like, you know what, let's boycott whatever, the type of money that they would lose.
Bro,
do you know how much like trouble these companies would be?
Let me ask you one question. All the black athletes are not playing anymore. What is ESPN? I will wait.
Nothing. I mean, majority of everybody,
they're playing hockey every day.
Hockey and baseball.
And no, Spanish people was Pedro, Alberto, Rico, they're with us. They say, oh, no. We're with the makers.
Negros. We with the Negros.
Then Tiger Woods, he be like, let's go play golf.
No, yeah. Tiger Woods with the
And that's how he'll say it too. Let's go play some golf, guys. Guys, let's play golf.
I mean, and it's crazy because I think if we really just sat down and was like, you know what, we don't want to be portrayed like this, but so we're gonna stop consuming this stuff. They're forced to change it. But the problem is, even if black people get in, the funny thing is that even if black people get into these positions of power, it's not like they don't usually. It's not like they're going to change it.
They can't because somebody's controlling their money.
No, I'm saying even if they have the power,
we can never have the power.
I'm not saying I'm saying if.
Okay.
That's what I'm just saying. The hypothetical. If we have if we have the power, I don't think they're changing it either because everybody's about money. Money is the most important thing to people nowadays. So if it's not going to
money controls everybody.
Yeah.
Well, controls a lot of people.
Yeah. A lot of people. I won't say everybody, but
yes, Jimmy, you're right. If you could just close your eyes and imagine African Americans saying right now that, you know what, we're going to go to Africa. We're going to better Africa. I don't care how. You see, this is the thing. We need to struggle before we get there. And unfortunately, we don't have the patience for that struggle. We also don't have the patience to adjust. Yes, if you were to go to Africa right now, you're not going to like it at first because it's a cultural difference.
Yeah.
But it's home. This is what you have to come to adjust to. And once you've come home to adjust, we start to build. We start to make our places way better than any other place. We come together as a family. But unfortunately, we will not, because
we can't stop.
We take that.
Absolutely fucking
Our
sound engineer said we're too far. We've been fined $1,000.
You just kept going. I was like, this sounds familiar. Sounds
like a Diddy motivation. Dr. Love.
Like,
I'm serious. I'm serious. For one moment, close your eyes and imagine. What's that movie with T'Challa?
Black Panther.
Imagine Black Panther. Saudi Arabia, believe it or not, Dubai. Those are those are
I'm about to say Black Panther. I was like, no.
What's the name of the place they live?
Asia?
No.
They're Asian.
Wakanda. Thank you.
Oh, you talking about Black Panther? Oh. Man.
I'm telling y'all, me and our sound engineer getting ourselves the same look. What the is wrong with this guy right here?
I don't know what you were talking about. First you said T'Challa, then you said Middle Eastern.
Where is T'Challa
but
from?
Then you said Middle Eastern.
I said Saudi Arabian.
Oh, Saudi Arabia. Yeah.
How they're living is like
bro, I was like, nigga, what?
In Wakanda, they have gold. They have expensive stuff all over the place.
They do.
Because they stayed committed. That oil that people were trying to take from them, they said, nope, y'all not coming. We're not giving you this oil. Go to Nigeria right now.
What?
We have oil.
Yeah.
We have oil.
Until we give
it to another country to refine, and then they bring it back to us and sell it back to us.
Right. That's crazy. That's true. And which is sad, but it's true.
All because of greed. Not one person in power in Africa once. And the only I'm pretty sure there are more African countries that are of success, but the one that stands out to me the most is South Africa.
Well, that's because it's run by
there we go. I didn't have to say it. There you go. It's ran by
it's ran by the melanless.
What they did to Mandela so they could keep running it. The white man. Because they couldn't give out that one part of Africa. They're like, no, absolutely not. We're not giving up South Africa. We can get all of our resources from South Africa.
But the thing is that South Africa is...
People from England draw their words when they're talking. Hello, mate. We got 5 more minutes.
Yeah, we got 5 more minutes, y'all.
Minutes. If you want to have the media kind of pay more respect to the black people, the black community, then we also need to stop entertaining when some of these blogs or some of these media companies start talking bad about us. We don't care about it. You know what I'm saying? Because it didn't matter how much bad stuff. You know that officer that killed George Floyd had got stabbed like I think 12, 22 times and still alive. And the guy that stabbed him isn't even black. We'll be back next week. He's not black, bro.
What was he?
I think he's Spanish or he's white. I should picture him too. He stabbed. You see, this is what I'm trying to say. Banding together, the fact that a man that he's in prison. Y'all couldn't send another black guy that's already doing life to go take care of this situation right here. It was a Spanish guy that says, you know when he did it. Hold on.
Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you what happened.
You know when he did it? He did it on the way he did it was so significant. He did it on like a Black History Day. The guy did it.
What do you mean it was so significant?
When he
Being is not significant, bro.
No, the day he chose to do it. The day he chose to do it. Like if you choose to assassinate somebody on their birthday, that's significant because you chose a day that meant something to him. This man chose like a Black Lives Matter day. Like I think it's the day that it was formed that he said, okay, this day I'm gonna go kill this man. And he says, if the guards didn't hold him back, he would have took him out. I said, no, you didn't. You just wanted to be on camera.
No,
because it take one step right here to take him out. Stab.
No, do you know what happened? You know what happened? What I really think happened is
they planned it.
Black person planned it. He said, look.
Why a black person got to plan it? Just go do it.
They wanted to get him. The black people wanted to give him. Like, look, I need you to take.
Didn't a black person do it?
Because they were like, I need you to take this person out.
You know what Spanish people?
You know why? You know why? Because if it was a black person, they'll be getting life now. If it's because he's white, he might not be getting life. I just go down for attempted murder.
And if he's Spanish, he just get deported. LagosTraffic. We'll be back next week. I appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yes, please.
Y'all spread the word, share the link.
We'll be back next week. Tune in. Like my brother said, we always try to make everything that we do interesting, but plus pleasing to the ears. Yeah. So come back again. Listen, we're gonna have clips coming out all week. Yeah. Have a great week.
We have an exclusive interview with Bill Cosby next week. Okay, next week.
He got an exclusive interview with Bill Cosby. hey. Take care, y'all.
Bill Cosby got this when he was walking down the court.